Our first of two main events here at High Tension. Zane Dawson taking on Lee Valiant. The winner of this match will take on the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion on May 4th, whomever that may be.
Corey, have you traveled to London? It sounds like
I did. I got really excited for this. This is a world-class match right here in the Mid-Atlantic. Two top 10 contenders, regardless of where they are or who they're against, taking to it one-on-one for the first time ever. Love it. I'm great. You've
got Zane Dawson. Everybody knows it. It's no secret. One half of the Dawson brothers. Against
Nick
Lee.
D, your useless facts just keep coming.
Against Lee Valiant. My new name for Lee Valiant is Mr. Redemption, because now he's out for redemption tonight.
There's no sugarcoating what's going on here. Lee Valiant wants redemption. He wants that Cinderella story. When he walked out of here 2 years ago, he gave up everything. Zane Dawson is offended by people like him. He's fought his entire life to get everything he has, even though he's taken a lot of shortcuts, as you'll see right here. These two guys really do deserve to be where they're at right now, facing each other for the opportunity they're going to get.
Well, I had a chance to talk with Zane Dawson, before tonight's show, and I asked him, why the singles? Why did you want to go the singles route? And you know what he told me, Corey? He told me that he wanted to prove to the world that he can do things on his own.
Well, he's been off and on a tag team competitor, of course, with his brother Dave Dawson, and sometimes that's convenient. But if you want to make your mark, you want to come to CWF Mid-Atlantic and you want to be the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. Zane Dawson has held so many singles championships across this state, I don't even want to mention. But now he's here, he's at the show, he is ready to be the champion. But the problem with that is he's got to face Lee Valiant, who is hungry. He is a true life Rocky Balboa in the flesh.
Lee Valiant, a CWF Mid-Atlantic champion. If you keep up with CWF Mid-Atlantic, you know the history of Lee Valiant. He's traveled everywhere. He's back here. He's a former CWF Mid-Atlantic champion. He had the 60-minute Ironman match with Ric Converse for the CWF Mid-Atlantic title.
62-minute Ironman match.
62-minute Ironman match. So Lee Valiant is home. CWF is home for Lee Valiant. But Zane Dawson is here on a mission, and he wants to show the world that he is here to play as well.
Regardless of whether it's a spiritual mission or what have you, Lee Valiant is going to have to go through Zane Dawson. And I will be honest with you, as much as we talk about Ray Kandrack, as tough as he is, this man, Zane Dawson, may be equally as tough. And look where it got Ray. It's just what I'm saying. Big clothesline from the middle rope, takes down Zane Dawson. Lee Valiant covers him. Not going to get a man like him like that, though. That's not going to work.
And I'm surprised that, like I said, but Lee is staying focused. He's staying on the task at hand because he knows if he lets up just 1 second, it only takes 3 seconds to win a match.
Zane Dawson, of course, one of the bigger bullies in the sport of professional wrestling, thinks he's going to pick on a guy like Valiant. He has another thing coming. But, of course, Zane Dawson's not a stupid man either. He knows who he's facing. Valiant, of course, knows a bit about Zane Dawson. So, interesting matchup.
Crowd starting to get behind Lee Valiant.
Valiant calling for the sliced bread. This might be a little early. Dawson knows the counter. He got him. Oh, belly to back, drops him right across the knee. Right across the kidneys. He's going to be peeing blood.
And I think that, you know what, Corey? And I think that actually messed up Lee. As a guy here,
it'd mess up anybody.
But you've got, like I said, when you play to the crowd instead of focusing on your opponent, if you give your opponent that 1 split second, he can counter it as he did. And now the match seems like it's taking a turn and towards the direction of Zane Dawson.
I mean, you may have a point there, but also you have to take in consideration Valiant sometimes draws from the crowd. He may not have it in himself to do it, but with people behind him and pushing him, he forces himself to. That's what Lee Valiant's all about. It's all heart.
And you've got to commend a guy like that. He's You know,
it's commendable, but it doesn't mean, you know, he's going to have to take the same road everybody else takes back to that heavyweight championship. That's why he's in there with Zane Dawson. Valiant firing off big right hands, backs Dawson in, goes to whip him off. That was a mistake reversal. Zane catches him with a knee to the gut. Oh, nice club to the back, sends Valiant down right in the middle of the ring.
Zane Dawson actually sending a message to Arik Royal as he continues to lay it on to Lee Valiant.
Well, if Zane's successful tonight and Arik Royal, of course, is successful, they'll meet on May 4th, but there's so many potential matchups running through my head right now. I enjoy it. Robbie Walsh back in there laying the count. Of course, I'm not sure if even Robbie Walsh would end a match like that. That's this big. This is a big deal.
You know, Zane Dawson jarring at the crowd, that may come back to haunt him as well. Like I said, if you focus too much on the crowd at hand and not on your opponent, sometimes that can come to backfire on you.
Slick move from Valiant, catches him with a jawbreaker, back Zane to the corners on him with right hands. I've felt those a few times. They sting a little bit. Quite a bit, honestly. Valiant takes off, comes in, Zane's out of the way. Meets him in the middle, runs him in head first. He got a lot of momentum behind that. Dawson's gonna cover him. He hooks the leg. 1, 2, no.
Only a 2 count. And I'm surprised at Zane Dawson not being able to take out Lee Valiant more and not being able to actually, you know, wrap this match up.
You're talking about two insanely tough guys.
Crowd starting to get behind Lee Valiant. Is that enough energy to help Lee Valiant prevail in this matchup against Zane Dawson here tonight at high tension here at the CWF Sportatorium?
Clubs Valiant across the face and has now landed right hand straight to the bridge of the nose. This dude's violent.
He's Zane Dawson. Like I said, one half of the Dawson brothers. You know, it's interesting that you don't see his brother out here, but like I said earlier, he's here on a mission to prove that he can handle it on his own.
Zane may bend the rules and outright break them from time to time, but one thing you won't call him is a coward. He is, in fact, one of the few bullies that if you stand up to him is willing to punch you in the face. You better be ready to fight when you step up to this guy. Reversal, Valiant in the corner, jumps up to the second, catches Zane with a right hand. Valiant jumps off, cross body, Dawson catches him. Fall away slam, that could do it.
You know, I'll be surprised if Lee Valiant gets up from that one.
That was a tough one, covers him, has both arms pinned. Oh, only got a 2 count.
You notice the resilience of Lee Valiant in this matchup, starting to pull from the crowd. It's like moments that the crowd actually gets behind Lee, and he gets, like you said earlier, he gets that energy from the crowd, and he's able to come back and give it to Zane Dawson.
They certainly will rally Valiant back to his feet, and oftentimes rally him to a victory, but this could be the wrong guy. Crowd chanting, "Let's go Valiant." Zane Dawson looks like he's setting him up for that lariat. If you have never felt this, you do not know the pain. Drop kick catches Zane Dawson, sends him down. Valiant's on top of him. Shoot reverse. Catches him coming off with a flying elbow. Takes down Dawson. Both men are down. They're on their knees, coming back up. Valiant charges, gets backdrop, but he lands on the apron. Comes in, there's Valiant with a slingshot spear, takes down Dawson, covers him, hooks the leg too, yo!
Only a 2 count. I guess you've got to give it to Lee, being able to do a slingshot.
The slingshot suplex is a tough move this late in the match, I understand.
Springboard spear, as
springboard.
But it wasn't enough to get Zane Dawson.
If it was, the match would be over.
Pulling from the crowd again goes Lee Valiant. You've got to give it to him. He's, like I said, he's out for redemption here. He knows that on May 4th, if he can pull it out, he'll get a—
Oh, boot to the face. Oh, man, he's going to take off. I've seen this before. Valiant has 2. He counters it with a shining enziguri. Both men are down again. Who's going to make it up first? Whoever makes it up first is Dawson. He may win this thing, but he stumbles to the outside. He's trying to catch a breather. Valiant's right behind him. Oh, elbow to the face.
10 minutes has expired. 10 remaining.
Hooks him up. He's going to suplex him to the floor. He's going to Valiant luckily hooks the top rope, lands on the apron. Hooks him up. Neck breaker on the apron.
This Corey has an awesome match, a back and forth, both competitors go. Once you think it's going one direction, it goes the other direction. My friend, you put together a great matchup here tonight.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Valiant makes his way up. He's going to the top rope. He's going to drop that elbow in tribute to Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. And there it is. Right to the heart. Ironically, 2. No! 2 count only.
You got to give it to a guy like Zane Dawson. Lee Valiant is giving him everything he's got in this matchup. Elbow drops, neck breakers. It's almost like Lee is pulling everything out of his pocket because he knows the significance of this matchup. I hope
he's a magician if this is his last trick, because if it doesn't get it done, I don't know what will. Shoves him into the buckle, going for that sliced bread. Goes for the lariat. Valiant ducks under, goes for the sliced bread. He's got him. Hooks him up, slips over. Zane's still on his feet. Lariat to the back of the head. Valiant makes his way back up. There's another lariat. Valiant's down. 1, 2, 3. Zane Dawson will challenge the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion on May 4th.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall in 11 minutes 30 seconds, who will be facing the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion on May 4th, Zane Dawson!
I love it.
Oh, come on. No, no.
Biggest match in the freaking world.